Hello anyone and everyone, I am Echo, and today we are exploring RealMyst Masterpiece Edition. Right now, I am following the water to see where it's going. And it seems, by default, it's all being directed towards this switch, which we tried earlier and it wasn't working. But there also wasn't water going to it earlier, so let's try pressing that, and it lets up a bridge. Now, if we press this again, is that going to put the bridge down? Yes, it does. But if we keep that up, I want to test out something real quick, because I want to make sure I understand the mechanics of all this correctly before I go messing around too much. Water is currently coming from that direction. Now, if I disconnect the water from it, if I make it pointing somewhere else, is that going to put the bridge down? No. Okay. So the water is purely to power the switch, but once you've activated the switch, the bridge stays up. Alright, that's good. I want to keep that in mind. It actually makes the whole thing a bit simpler, and I am appreciative of that. Oh yes, and if you couldn't tell, we are in the Channelwood Age right now. Again, much like all the others, a very beautiful area. Quite different from the others, though. This is the only one where, with just a bunch of trees all around. And there's no water going to this, so that is not powered up, unfortunately. And, I wonder, I saw that one section. Ooh. Okay. Oh, extendo pipe. Sure. That's a thing, I guess. Doesn't seem to be any water going through it yet. I think we need to, change the direction to get it coming over here. And, that should power up that elevator. Assuming I'm correct here. Not sure how pumping water through a tiny little generator-looking thing exactly powers things up. Maybe that's like a miniature water wheel on the inside. That would make sense. You know, like a water wheel similar to a windmill. There could be little things in here that the water is pushing as it gets pumped through, and it's turning around in order to activate that. That could be the case. But I'm very curious about this over here. I don't remember if we actually have to do anything to this section. I mean, it doesn't seem like... It just kind of looks broken, obviously, because, you know, with the walkway being the way it is. I don't think the water would actually be going anywhere if we push it in this direction. I'm not sure. I'm actually going to test that out real quick. The water should be going to right here. Right? Yes. Okay, so the water is showing up to this section. So if we push it here to block it off, if it's going over here, okay, and that's already putting it over there. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. So I guess this is, I'm just going to assume for now, hopefully this isn't a terribly wrong assumption, or I'll call it a guess then. I'm going to guess for now that that doesn't serve any purpose for completing a puzzle, and that it's only there to sort of be like a wrong direction, you know? And also, we don't seem to be able to do anything with that just yet, because we can't call down the elevator, even if we push the water over to that area. So, now we just want to follow the pipes and get them all going towards that one elevator by the looks of it. Oh, there's also several other directions it could go. Like this one, for instance. Where it's currently going to is straight back into the ground, by the looks of things. That doesn't seem to be helping us. Not at all. So, let's change directions here. Well, actually, no, we don't need it over there. Where we need to change the direction is right here. That's right. And that'll push it off in this way. And over there, that's a second elevator. Okay. This direction, it should be going towards... Okay, so there's 2 elevators. I'm actually gonna try this one first, just because it's kind of closer. So yes, we are directing the water towards this little turbine thingy. Oh, we can hear it moving. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. Close the door. Pull that switch down and right on up to the top. And according to Atrus's journal, this is where all the tree people, the monkey-like tree people, lived. And again, just very beautiful. Everything about this game, the entire art direction of it is just, I can't get enough. I know I'm kind of fanboying out here, and I have so much stupid nostalgia for this game. I've actually haven't talked about it yet in any episode, but this is actually I largely consider Myst to be the first real video game I ever played. Before playing Myst, I did play a couple of like educational games meant for little kids. You know, things to help you learn how to like read and do math and stuff like that. Just purely by coincidence, because back before I owned any video game consoles or a real gaming PC, the local library that we lived nearby to, they had a few, educational games, because they didn't carry any, like, regular video games just for fun. They only carried educational games, because, it was a library, and they wanted to, get kids to learn, and they thought tricking kids into playing an educational video game was a good way to do that. And, to be fair, it kind of was. So I played, a few of those educational games that they had at the library, and... Okay. Well, that's cool. I guess that'll, make us be able to go through that door. I'm not sure why we wouldn't be able to open the door ourselves, though, but, oh well, anyway. So yeah, I played a few of the, little educational games that they had at the library. This was when I was, like, 8 years old, I think, or around that time. 7 or 8, actually. And, another game that they had was actually the original Myst. And, that was another game that I borrowed from the library, and I played it a bit at the age of 8 or so. And I was terrible at it. I couldn't solve a single puzzle myself. I think I actually, with my dad's help, managed to actually figure out the, managed to figure out the puzzle for getting the spaceship door open, but then we couldn't get any further beyond that. Even with my dad's help, I don't think he had any actual interest in the game. I just, like, begged him for help because I was completely out of my element trying to... Oh, okay, so it's not the elevator door that we opened, it's this little door that leads down here. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he had any actual interest in the game itself. I just kind of begged him for help because I figured, oh, he's my dad, he's really smart, so he should be able to do this, no problem. But he wasn't. He had barely any easier of a time with it than I did. And, okay, can we get that to open? Yes, we can. Alright, so now we don't even really need that elevator by the looks of it. And I don't think we really need that first elevator either. So, that one right there that we took to get up there in the first place. I don't know if the two elevators lead to the same place, but, I mean, considering that there's that entire other little section of puzzle just to get the water to be able to go over there, with having to use the, like, extendo pipe to lead the water over there. I'm gonna guess they lead to two completely separate areas, but if we've got those stairs open now, then I'm gonna try pushing the water over to that elevator and going up it and seeing where that leads. If they all lead to the same place, though, that's going to be kind of weird, I think. Anyway. So anyway, yeah, we couldn't get very far into the game at all, even working together, and we ended up quickly returning the game back to the library. And that was my first experience with Myst, and that was the first, in my opinion, the first real video game that I ever played was the original Myst. It might have been Myst Masterpiece Edition. I don't remember which of those it was, but it was definitely one of the ones. The water is... Okay, yes, the water is coming this way, definitely. But it was one of the ones where you moved around via the static images that you could interact with. It wasn't real Myst. It wasn't free movement to a 3D environment. Okay. Oh! Okay, that's the linking book. Okay, so they do definitely lead to two completely different places. And, since there's no need to use that other elevator anymore, I think we are free to leave the water powering this. And I'm sure we'll probably find the pages up on top of that, in the trees area. Okay, cool. Cool. Very cool. If that's, the only puzzle in this area, that's gonna be kinda quick. Holy shit. Anyway, so yeah, that was my first experience with Myst, was with my dad failing to, really solve anything. And then later on in life, I can't remember what it was called, but there was some service. It wasn't GameSpy. I don't remember. There was some service that I tried when I was about 14 or 15 years old. So that would have been about 8 or 9 years ago, give or take. And it was some service that you downloaded it onto your computer, and it was kind of like, you know, Steam or whatever. It was like an app that you had on your computer, and it had a bunch of games, and some of them were free. And it worked on a well, that is a... Let me go back downstairs a little bit. That's a really pretty scene right there. The setting sun coming through the trees. That's awesome looking. Yeah. Anyway, whatever the service was called, they offered some of their games for free, and it was on like a rotation. So like every couple of weeks, the lineup of games that were free would change, and they would usually have like 7 or 8 games available for free at any one time. And there was one time where RealMyst was available for free through that service. And so I went and played RealMyst, and I was determined to beat it. And I was much older, so I had a much easier time with the puzzles. And by much easier, I mean I managed to figure out how to, like, access 2 or 3 of the ages on my own. And that was it. When it came to actually completing any of the puzzles in the ages, I was at a complete loss. And back then, the only reason I was able to complete the game was through the use of a walkthrough that I followed, like, almost religiously. And I just, at a certain point, I completely gave up on completing the game on my own. And I pretty much just followed the walkthrough, because I just wanted to experience the game itself. You know, I wanted to go across all of the areas and, you know, explore these, you know, fantastic worlds that the game has. And, you know, to me, it wasn't about the puzzles back then. And even now, it's not really about the puzzles. That's not what I love about this game. I love the environments. I love the story. I love the atmosphere of it. And that's what I love most about it. But now I seem to be a bit lost. Could it be? Ah, yeah. Whoops. Okay, so there's an even further up, higher section. So we do need to power this elevator. Alright. Whoops. I seem to have been mistaken. Ha, ha. Mistaken. Yeah, I get it. Oh, now it's nighttime. The light automatically turns on. That's an interesting feature, I guess. I still think it sorta is unnecessary. So, in fact, let's, whoops, nope. Turn that off. Yeah, it's not really necessary. We can still see plenty fine enough. I think, at least. The moon is illuminating enough for us, don't you think? Oh, shit. Actually, okay. Actually, we should probably use the light to help see the path so I can select these switches. And it'll also probably show up a lot better on YouTube if we use the light. Otherwise, it's going to look like a bunch of black splotches for the viewer, unfortunately. Oh well. So yeah, I played through the game at about the age of 14 or 15 through RealMyst, using a walkthrough entirely, just to experience the atmosphere and the story of it. And now this is the third time that I've ever gone and played it. Hopefully the... Yeah, good, the water's still connected to this. Okay. And now I'm actually doing these puzzles entirely by myself. And, I mean, last time when I was younger, I didn't even think to take notes and actually, you know, memorize stuff. That entire concept didn't even occur to me. But oh well. Ah, there you go, red page. We seem to coincidentally be finding all of the red pages before we find the blue pages. It's kind of funny. Ew, moldy cheese. That's no good. Oh well. Well, we seem to actually be finished with this age. We have the, ooh. More shelves here. Ooh, a bit of a dagger. That's, Ah, another note. Switch, vault access, something stand of Myst, blank in very plain view on Myst, and access can be illy if the simple something first locate switches on the island, if the switches to the go to the dock, and on the marker switch to the off position. I guess. Okay. So that's the other half of the note that we found in Akinar's room in the Stone Ship Age, which basically says to turn all the switches to the on position. So, okay. I wonder what's over here. Obviously, there's going to be Akinar's room over here as well. There's a third building. I wonder what that has in it. And there's no other way to get down, so we have to go back through that elevator. So unfortunately, we're going to have to go switching back and forth to all of the... Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh no. Alright, that's weird. I guess that's like a sort of trap. Can we interact with these at all? No, doesn't seem like it. Weird. Alright. This does look like Akinar's room, though. He usually has the masks set up in his room. And there's also... I don't know. I actually didn't notice if these were on any of the other buildings, but there's things, shapes and stuff etched into the walls. Well, actually, I can't actually be sure if that is Akinar's room, though, because there isn't a bed in it. Yeah. And I guess that kind of looks like Akinar. I don't know, we haven't even really gotten a good look at Akinar's face, because it's always covered in static with the, you know, within the book that we see him in. Maybe this is Akinar. Maybe this whole section is like kind of Akinar's room in joint. I mean, because that's a bed right there, even though it doesn't have a mattress on it. Maybe they were... Maybe they didn't spend long enough here to actually finish building his room. Maybe that's like a room where he kept some of his stuff, including his really weird, like, hand torture device. And this is all building material that they were trying to put his room together with. I don't know, but there is the blue page, and there's this thing, so I guess we'll take a look at it. It's the same message as the thing earlier. Okay. He's really in love with his own face, isn't he? And here? Just another one? Yeah, I'm not sure if he's actually, like... Are these actually supposed to be messages for us?
I hope I pushed the right button. Very interesting device, dear brother. I'm not erasing anything important, am I? He is preparing. Remember, take only one page.
Huh? Hold up now. Hold up.
I hope I pushed the right button. Very interesting device, dear brother. I'm not erasing anything important, am I? He is preparing. Remember, take only one page.
Okay, that's just weird. Why would he be saying take only one page? The whole thing with the pages didn't start until after they were trapped, didn't it? And so if he's already trapped, why is he... if he's trapped in the book and he needs us to collect the pages, how did he leave that message on that device? That shouldn't be possible at all. Which means he must have left that message before being trapped in the book. Which means... what? I don't know. Did he, Did they anticipate that they were going to be trapped in those books somehow? And he left that message? Or is he referring to something else? I don't know. And to be honest, I have a bit of a headache right now, so I'm not exactly in the best of moods to be able to even talk about it, unfortunately. But oh well. Anyway, regardless of that weirdness, let's go back to Myst now. And, let's, God, I hate how weird it is getting down these stairs. Like, our character, if we go just a bit too far to the left, our character gets stuck on the wall to the left, but they don't get stuck at all on the section to the right. It's just kind of weird. Anyway, we'll have to, oh, and the moon has come up much more, and it's actually illuminating the area much better than it was before. That's a pretty cool little detail. Anyway, yes, let's go back to Myst and give this page to Cirrus, and then go back and get the other one from Achenar. Or for Achenar, I mean. Sorry. And unfortunately, that means we have to walk all the way around, because the bridge is on the far end of the platforms. Oh boy. A little great. Yeah. I'm not... Anyway, also, the other thing about those, like, messages that Achenar was leaving, like I was saying, those seemed to be, him recording himself, like, practicing the language of the tree people. That's my, like, my most accurate possible guess that I can make. Because, I mean, clearly, Atrus and Catherine and his sons, they all seem to speak English by default. So it wouldn't make sense for him to be leaving those messages for Cirrus or anybody else in that other language. So either that was him practicing the language of the tree dwellers, or perhaps he was actually leaving instructions or a message or something like that for the tree dwellers. That's all I can really think of. But anyway, we're now back in Myst. So let's give this red page over to Cirrus, and let's see if he has anything extra to say.
With each page I can see more clearly. Soon, free from this horrible prison, this book. You must visit the one remaining age. You have not. Confident that my brother Achenar is demented. He is guilty. He took advantage of the freedom our father had given us. Achenar began to I ask you again. Do not retrieve the blue pages. He will destroy both myself and you, just as he destroyed the other pages of Myst. Never will escape. You must simply bring the red. Tell them the story that I hear. Your wisdom. You will see that I am innocent and he is guilty. This forgotten island long ago. I will owe you my life, and you will be greatly rewarded.
Okay. Alright, so that's all he has to say. So he definitely is reacting to how many pages we've got. So that's, I guess that confirms that I was wrong about my little suspicion earlier, where I thought he might or where I thought the amount of pages might not actually be giving us new messages. If we get in here, if we press this green button, oh, okay. Can that push us down further? No. Alright. We'll need to... oh, darn. It's going to keep going up. Alright, so we need to send this back down. Okay. And get out there quickly so we can get on it. But yeah, so I guess he definitely is giving us new information with each of them, but he's repeating some of what he says. Anyway, let's go get that last page, and we'll bring it over to Akinar. Why aren't you moving, you stupid thing? Alright. Blue page get. And one last look out at the Channelwood Age. Which is, windmill down there. Which I actually kind of wish there was more to do with the windmill. I just wish I had, like, more of an excuse to be over there, because it's a pretty cool looking little spot. But, oh well, yeah. This place looks absolutely beautiful, as usual. Okay, well, yeah, back to Myst. Alrighty. Oops, camera's freaking out a little bit there. Alright, Akinar, here you go.
Oh, my friend. Bring in the blue pages. I see. Convinced therefor is guilty. Pray, do not release him. He will destroy me, just as he did. Innocent bystander. I've been wrongfully tricked into imprisonment. You have observed his unbridled lust for riches. In the 4 remaining worlds, gruesome plot. It was almost perfect. Final blow to father. You tricked him into believing that it was I who was the murderer. I didn't murder father. Bring me the remaining. Please. A liar. All in a liar. Must not be free. Or they will... remaining blue pages from the last age of Myst. I must be free. You must free me. I cannot bear it here for eternity. Free me.
Alrighty. That's all Akinar has to say. Not much new from either of them, unfortunately, but we're a pretty clear picture now, and frankly, neither of them seem all that trustworthy. Oh well, anyway. That's all the time I have for now. I will see you all in the next episode, and if you made it to the end of this, then thank you and congratulations, and please consider leaving a comment. I would very much appreciate it. Until next time, bye-bye.